There's a moment in this movie I wanted to ask you about because it felt like so much like art imitating life, where there's this guy on a motorcycle and he tells Carol to smile. Of course, this echoed a moment we saw on social media where when the poster was released and there was this whole ridiculous to-do about the fact that she wasn't smiling. I imagine that wasn't a reshoot. I imagine that was in the movie. And
no, that was just in the movie already.
That was
We'd
in the
already
movie.
shot that, yeah.
So it was actually art predicting life.
No, that's just a depiction of the female experience.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it's like. So it didn't really bother me that much when I saw that was the reaction, because it's just how it goes.
It was always in the script, and it's not an uncommon thing for women to hear. I think you'll ask any woman in this room, and she's, oh, don't be so sad, It's a very common thing to hear as a woman, and so it doesn't surprise me at all that it was in social media. But it's, I think a lot of women can relate to that moment.
Yeah, you're being let in. I'm sure you're probably like, people say that? Yeah, it happens. This is part of why art that depicts the female experience is so important, because on one hand, for women and girls, it allows us to go, oh, I have that experience too. And for those that aren't in our bodies, can look at it and go, wait, that happens to you? We got to do better.
Well, this is certainly not what I imagined hanging out with you two is going to be like.
It's normally not like this.
Yeah, we're supposed to be the cool kids. What happened to us?
He killed people, and you forgot to smile.
Oh my gosh. The Amazon goddess is right.
Of course I am.
Throughout my career, I was always asked to describe my dream role. And it was clear to me that I wanted to portray a strong and independent woman, a real one. And all of these qualities I looked for, I found in her. She's full of heart, strength, compassion, and forgiveness. She commands the attention of the world, and in doing so, she sets a positive example for humanity. I want to share this award with all the women and men who stand for what's right, standing for those who can't stand or speak for themselves.
We are expanding to make films that better reflect the people that buy movie tickets, but they are not allowed enough chances to read public discourse on these films by the people that these films were made for. I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
She changes everyone that she meets because of her point of view, how she sees the world. Not how it is, but how it can be.
I think that's the most important point. Yes, this is a movie where young women will be inspired, but more so than that, as a young moviegoer, there were many male protagonists that I related to. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that now we have a strong, relatable female protagonist that young boys can also identify with. It's all about having an array of perspective.
You're very outspoken and often get yourself into what some people might consider hot water, just because you say what you feel and it might not be popular. One thing in particular was that you would like to see more people, I don't want to say of color, but a more diverse pool of journalists speaking to you. Do you think that you've seen that change happen since you first made those statements, and what does it feel like?
Yeah, I do. In particular on this press tour, I totally feel the difference. I mean, the difference is also like in how I'm structuring my time, and that I'm spending more time in my press days than I did previously to make sure all the voices are being heard in the room. That's maybe part of the conversation that people are understanding, is that we're not kicking people out. We're just adding more people to it. And for me, I'm a curious person, and when I make a movie, I spend a lot of time on it, and I want to get different perspectives on it. It makes days like this, where I'm talking to a different person every 5 minutes, way more interesting.
ガスの吹き溜まりはまちまったやつほど口が悪いここじゃ成功ってやつ雲隠れ俺たちの未来と空の色はグレー口が悪いし見つめだね全速で蔓延していったのかね神様をつけた最低変なら書き残すこの目しか見れない経験のな名前だけこの決意に甘えはね